It's the Power Hour Podcast with your hosts, Mark Warren and Tracy Molinak.
How fortuitous! It's the Power Hour Podcast. Mark, how are we today?
Hi, I'm good. Tracy, how are you?
I am thriving, even, one could say.
Are you feeling fortuitous?
I'm feeling fortuitous, I'm feeling fortunate, I'm feeling booked and blessed, and yeah.
Anytime I get to do an episode like this, I feel fortunate, you know?
Oh, come on, this guy. Come on. Oh, very good pageant answer. Very amicable.
Thank you. I've been thinking about trying to get into the pageant scene.
Yeah, I think you could do it. What would your talent be?
I think realistically I could get into spinning batons.
I think you could too. Are they just normal batons? Are they on fire? Are they, you doing something else? Because I don't know. I feel like in 2025, just the batons aren't doing it enough.
I'm duct taping knives to the end of them.
I'm duct taping.
But not well, so
I
the
like
knives
that.
are flying off. It's a real danger.
That sounds dangerous. I might have to deduct you some points there, but don't worry, you'll make it up in the swimsuit. In the swimsuit part for me.
Tracy, do you have a don't even get me started for us?
Of course I do. Wouldn't be prepped for the podcast if I didn't, Mark. You want me to go first?
Sorry, I'm doing a new mime thing. Yes, go ahead.
I'm doing a new mime thing. Yes, we love trying out new visual bits on a podcast.
Nothing better.
Don't even. I listen. This one. I mean, once again, beating a dead horse, something we specialize in.
Mm-hmm.
But it's truly the only thing that could come to mind, and I went on quite the rant about this to people in my personal life. So I'm gonna. Don't even get me started on Taylor Swift using AI. Listen, the album. What?
I didn't hear about this. I'm excited to.
Oh,
I'm excited to.
I can't believe you didn't hear about this. Listen, the album. I'm just gonna say, I feel like I have been dogpiling on Taylor Swift, a part of the hate train, and I've been trying to do better about that. And I really did go into this album with a very open mind, because the vibe of it seemed like something I would like. It seemed like it was going to be poppy. It was going to be something new. It was going to be different, certainly than her last few projects. And it was the most uninspired, boring thing that I had probably ever heard from her. I did not love Folklore or those other ones, but I still thought that they were interesting and they had something to say, and I thought this did not at all in any way. And to top it all off, she released several, or her company released, but I'll get into that in a minute, released several different promotional videos for, I don't know if it was for the album or for, the 15 different versions of the album or what it was specifically, but basically there were a bunch of different videos released. There were just like aesthetic videos of like lounges and stuff to go with this whole like showgirl vibe, and each country got their own specialized video that was like in their style. So like the UK one was like a pub, and like the US one was like a speakeasy, and blah 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 blah. And I don't remember how many there were, but I know there were several different countries. And they were all AI generated, Mark. They were all.
She has.
I think they were.
She has enough
Yeah,
money.
that is exactly my point. Is I think the use of generative AI to specifically take away from a job that could be done by a creative person is always bad. I think it's always bad. I think it is less bad when it is a smaller person who maybe doesn't have the proper resources or budget. I think it's more forgivable. I still have like mixed feelings on it, but I think this is a pretty cut and dry case where she is someone who has not only enough resources but beyond enough resources. She could literally build all of these places that she's like pretending exist, and she's choosing not to. And then that gets into the situation of course, it's not just her. She is a billion-dollar empire, and there's probably a million decisions that happen every day without her even knowing. But I don't think that that's an excuse. I think there are two situations. Either she knew AI is being used and she didn't care, which is irresponsible and wrong, or she didn't know. And that's also irresponsible and wrong, in my opinion, if this is happening under your maybe not direct supervision, but
this rollout
is
her. She's not. It's her album. It's her rollout, and so I feel like she should have a better sense of what's going on if she didn't know.
And I feel as though it's very hypocritical of her or her team, whatever, to do this, especially after her crusade, I would say, for the last however many years, has been over ownership of intellectual property. She has made a pretty substantial platform, rightfully so, over, the ownership of her own rights to her music and that whole thing. And I think that, goal was admirable, but then to turn around and then not care about, I don't know. I just think that the whole thing is pretty strange and wrong, and I think that she could have given an incredible platform to an artist.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, having your name on a Taylor Swift video means it's guaranteed to be viewed. Even if it's terrible, it's still gonna be viewed by millions of people over and over. And she actively took that away from somebody, and I think that that's unfortunate. So that's my thing. That's my
My
rant.
I think you made a really good point there talking about the intellectual property, because AI, generative AI, is just stealing images that have already been made, and without those artist permissions. Most of the time, sometimes obviously they are allow these AI models to take their stuff, but most of the time it is without permission of the original artist, which is already, I could talk for a long time about these AI companies and how terrible they are and how scary AI as a whole is. But like, yeah, if your whole thing is, hey, let me own my art, let other people also own their art.
Exactly. It's and her team is notorious for, copyright strikes and, going after anyone who uses anything close to her name, likeness, imagery, anything without permission. I mean, they are brutal about it. And so for them to turn around and do this to save what, a percent of what she's already profiting from an album that isn't even good, people. I don't I don't I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Bless her, but what's going on. And I saw a tweet that was like, I think the best thing that explains her is just she has gotten too successful to where it's been her downfall, where now everything works, so she's not pushing herself as more, and her team necessarily isn't pushing her as more, or I don't know. I think that could be it. I think there's a lot of things, and I
Yeah.
love her, but
I think she's in a really tough position. Any artist who is a billionaire cannot be relatable, and art is supposed to be able to be related to by the consumer. And so I think once you kind of start to reach those unattainable levels of wealth, um, you you kind of lose the chance to make art that people can connect to, because no one can relate to a billionaire. I'm never going to know what it's like to have that much money.
yeah, and and I feel like there's people who do make that level of wealth, like they still have something to say without it necessarily being relatable. I think that's more so where I come from. Cause I do see what you're saying, but I also think you don't necessarily need to be relatable. Just have something to say. Just have something to say, and I felt like that was missing from this album, where I feel like that is normally her strong suit in other albums.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not a big Taylor Swift fan. Not that I dislike her, I just don't partake. But yeah, I'm against the use of generative AI. Kind of across the board.
Heard it here,
That's kind of
heard it
my
here
thing.
first, folks. That's what we're doing. We're saying we're the first to say no, enough.
Maybe this isn't the best thing.
Yeah,
I've
maybe
got
start looking into it.
yeah, I've got an equally, I think, important and like real. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on office chairs. They're just office chairs. Most of them are comfortable, first of all, and then the hydraulics break, so you like sit in, right? You fall
Yeah.
down. I got this leather one that's like falling apart. It's been great. I've had it for a long time. It served me well, but these leather ones, they just start ripping at the seams. Um, and honestly, I've been doing pretty all right. I haven't had much to complain about lately, and I was like, I guess this is kind of annoying.
Hey, that's good. I mean, that's a good one. This chair, every time I sit down in it, it makes like a sound, and that's really embarrassing. So I don't like that part.
But it's like, I know your work environment, you're mostly standing, you're mostly moving. I work in more of an office space with like office chairs. And I have found one office chair that I like. And we've got like a bunch of office chairs, a lot of just the ones that sit around empty. And I found one that I like, and I had to put tape on it that said, "Don't move this. This is my chair."
Oh, you got a
'Cause
designated chair. Do people
someone,
mess with it?
well, someone took my original chair, so I had to go find the same kind of type of chair, and go. I'm taking this for I'm taking this for my little room, And I push it in there, and I put my I said, don't move this. Keep this in here.
Enough.
And so, because most of the chairs just aren't comfortable. Most office chairs aren't comfortable.
It's so hard to get a good chair. I've been chair shopping until I guilted this one out of my boyfriend. So this one's mine now. But before I was trying to get one because mine was really bad and it was really hurting my back. But it's one of those like chairs are one of those things. I was having such a hard time like buying one on Amazon because I'm like I feel like I have to sit in it to truly know. Like this may look comfortable, but I have to sit in it. And then if you want to go anywhere in person to buy it, like Staples or something, you have like 4 options. None of them under $200.
I'm a big believer in the philosophy of you should spend as much money as you can to put space between you and the ground, whether that is shoes, a mattress, chairs, a couch, because that kind of stuff will save you in the long run. Like, me and my wife got a very expensive mattress, and it has been the best thing we've ever done because we don't wake up in pain every day. So that's my Mark philosophy of the day. Spend money.
No, that's a really good philosophy, and I like the way that you word it. My mom always instilled a similar philosophy where she's like, you can't spend there is no such thing as too much money for your like physical comfort for things like that. Shoes and mattresses especially, she's always said, because you have to be comfortable, and that kind of stuff can really like destroy your body long term.
Yeah, it's crazy. And so, if you can spend money on it, spend money on it. But no, I'm in the market for a new chair. I've been dipping my toe into chair shopping the past few months, and I'm about ready to fully submerge myself in it.
Ready to cannonball right in, bud. You just got to get in there. The water's fine.
I'm looking for something with good lumbar support. I'm a big believer in lumbar support.
I need good lumbar support. My lumbar is jacked. I don't know what's wrong with my lumbar.
I've always said that about you. I've always said, this guy, his lumbar, and not so much.
Well, remember, I used to have really, really terrible back issues pretty consistently.
You did, yeah. I forgot.
I would wake up frequently and not be able to put my shoes on because I just couldn't get up out of bed. And lately it's been a lot better. I went to the chiropractor, and I do think a big part of it, I think it was just the bed in the dorms. I think that was really that bad.
Those beds were not the best.
No.
And so, but yeah, no, I think if someone can design a perfect office chair for cheap, I think they could be the first trillionaire, maybe.
Well, you should get on it. Save it for if we ever do Shark Tank again.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It is. I always think about. I'm like, man, someone should do that. And I'm like, I guess I could hypothetically, but like, God, I make somebody else work on it. Yeah. Because imagine how much work actually goes into designing like a chair.
And then you have to invest money so you can like make them so then you can start to sell them, and you're not going to be making money for like 5 years.
And then before you're able to make it, you basically just have to sell people a dream of a chair. Like, you could have pictures or whatever, but you have to sell a hypothetical chair.
Yeah.
To people and be like, please give me real money dollars for my hypothetical mental chair.
For this mental chair, the perfect chair. But you just have to imagine it right now.
For my brain throne, I'm gonna need some investment.
Tracy, one thing I know about you is you love horoscopes. You love horoscopes. You love the zodiac science. You're a big believer in all that stuff. I remember the first time we met, you said, "When were you born? I need to do your whole birth chart." And I said, "I don't know you. I'm not telling you when you were born."
I asked for a copy of your birth certificate, but that was multi-purpose. I was knocking out a few birds with that one.
We want to talk a little bit about horoscopes because I don't know about you. I'm not a huge believer in it, but I find it so interesting.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat, and I'm glad we're talking about. We live in uncertain times, Mark. All right, you never know what's around the corner, and we gotta cover all our bases. All right, so we're gonna take a few approaches, but I agree. I don't know that I necessarily believe. I don't know. I always struggle with people say like, "Oh, I don't believe in that." Like, what do you mean you don't believe in it? You don't believe in the stars? Because that's all it is. It's just saying stuff in the stars, and I guess you're saying you don't believe that maybe they influence how you behave
us on Earth.
I could say that, but like, I guess it's all based on when you're born. I would say like when you're born in a year could definitely influence.
Yeah, I think birth order, like, if you're, oldest, youngest, whatever.
Oh,
I think that really affects it. But yeah, I don't know. Some people are really into it, and I respect those people because sometimes you do have to just hold on to something to keep you sane in these trying times.
I mean, I honestly, I don't think, I wouldn't say that horoscopes are any sillier or less valid as a belief system than most major religions. So I do think that it's interesting. What, it's stupid because it's based on stars instead of an old man who exists in the sky. No, I don't think that that's silly. So I agree. I think it's very interesting. I don't need to get into more religion. I'm just saying I don't think it's stupid, and I think it's kind of weird when people like put
Yeah.
it down so much.
I also don't think it's like a very negative thing. Like, it's one of our defining principles, but let people enjoy it. Like,
Yeah,
it doesn't cause
don't.
any harm. Don't yuck someone's yum.
Yeah, I mean, I do think, and again, I think that there's sort of a divide over like, oh, well, you shouldn't base your, major life decisions on it, or like who you're dating and stuff like that. And that side of it I do see. Like, if you were like, oh, I can't be friends with you because you're a Leo, like,
Yeah, but
then it gets a little silly to
if
me.
someone's
But
gonna be
also,
making that decision, do you really want to be friends with them?
exactly,
You
I feel
know.
like, well, boom, the decision's already made. They've already put it out there in the world that it isn't gonna work by their choice. So,
So yeah, I mean, I don't look at it as any negative. I think it's fun, and but yeah. So
I
I
think
was
it's.
looking into the history about it today, Tracy, and I don't know how much of the
Tell
history
me.
you know. But it was the ancient Babylonians that first started to like really scout out the stars and the zodiac signs, and it's just really continued since then.
Babylon, is that Greece? Is that Rome? Where is that?
Oh man, you put me on a spot.
Oh, my bad.
I just read one Wikipedia article,
I
man,
wasn't trying
and
to
barely
quiz you.
read
I
it.
just am curious about where that is. That sounds Babylon.
Um,
I remember. I feel like that's in the. They talk about that in the movie Troy.
Babylon. I've known about it. Oh, it's within Iraq. Iraq. How do you
Okay.
say it? Iraq.
I
I
think it's
think
Iraq.
Iraq is one of those like like one of those what are they called? Dog whistles for
Oh
conservatives.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
That's like Iraq. Yeah, I think it's.
um,
I think it's Iraq and Iran.
yeah, it's Iraq. It's in Iraq, and so it's like in
Okay.
the Middle East. But yeah, it's really like continued since then. It's been one of the most popular things ever, I guess. That's all the history
What
I
is,
read. I skimmed one paragraph on a Wikipedia article.
Fair enough. I mean, it's stars. I mean, there. How much history can you? I feel like there's probably. I feel like there were lots of cultures. That I feel like it was probably one of those things that just slowly developed across a lot of cultures. Because like constellations
Well,
are all.
imagine, like let's go back to these times, Tracy, me and you. And
Yeah,
imagine you don't know anything about space or anything, and you just look up and there's these lights that are forming shapes. That's magical right there.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, no wonder people like thought of all this stuff.
Uh-huh.
Because like, there was nothing else to do. What you couldn't watch TV. You had to make shapes in the sky.
No, it's crazy. And you know what? Thinking about it this way, I get it. I'm on board now. There's no way the stars should be doing all that.
Exactly.
It's got to
Like you're
mean
telling
something.
me
It's all connected.
they happen to line up in the shape of a little saucepan. That has to mean something.
And they didn't even know what sauce was at the time. When was sauce
They
invented?
didn't.
What do you think the first sauce was?
Oh, I don't know, but I wouldn't want to live any time before that. Let me tell you.
What's your favorite sauce?
My favorite sauce is probably. Do dressings count?
No, certainly not.
So we're only counting like dipping sauces or condiments?
Yeah.
Okay, a fry sauce. I love a good fry sauce.
Okay, so yeah, sauces were around at the time, so
Whew, okay.
that's good. Sauce was
So they.
invented in about 7000 BCE. So sauce has been around for almost 10,000 years.
Wow, 10,000 years of the sauce, man.
We'll get into more on sauces during the sauce hour. A
I
whole
would-
history
oh,
retrospective on
wait,
sauce.
that's okay. Our next in-person one, the sauce hour, us, 100 chicken nuggets, 100 different sauces, and we're just trying them all, and we're just eating until we're all sauced up. You know what I'm saying?
All right. That's put it in the comments, guys. That's the next one.
Yeah, sound off if you want it, or if you don't want it. Either way, it's happening. We just are curious.
But Tracy, you're a Leo, correct?
Yes, August.
August. So I looked up some personality traits for you because I feel like I don't know you well. At best, workplace acquaintance. At worst, enemy.
Yeah.
And so I was like, what is this guy like, right?
Yeah.
And so
Tell
I
me,
found
tell me.
some of your strengths, some of your weaknesses, some of your likes, and some of your dislikes. And
Okay.
I believe these are pretty accurate, right? Maybe the weaknesses. The strengths, creative. I would say you're a creative guy.
Thank you. I'll try.
Passionate. I think depending on what we're talking about, you're passionate. I couldn't get you to give a rat's damn about football, but
It's true.
you love Drag Race, right? And you love making stuff.
It's true.
Generous. Warm-hearted. You are a warm guy. I know that much. You like it cold because you get warm.
I run hot. It's very true. I'm hot right now.
Cheerful and humorous, which I would say, yeah, you're mostly cheerful, mostly humorous.
Look how.
So, look at how humorous. Look at how cheerful he is. Now let's get on to the weaknesses.
Okay.
Big weaknesses, right? Right, big.
I thought you like your audio cut out for me just for a second.
Uh-huh.
So when you said let's get into weaknesses, and then you just went. So I thought you were going bitch right off the bat. Weakness.
That's what it listed. Hey, listen.
I'm just reading. Sorry, I'm not the expert. I'm just consulting.
You are arrogant, stubborn, self-centered, lazy, and inflexible.
Oh. Okay.
Hey, that's just what they said. I'm not saying that.
That's just what's written. Mark, your computer's off. I can see the reflection in your glasses. You're not.
It's just a notes app. Things I don't like about him.
I do think that I am very stubborn. I think I do have a hard time admit. Okay, nope, not looking for feedback.
I'm just sorry. I'm just trying to agree with you, man. I'm just trying to.
I notice you're agreeing with me.
Yeah,
I do think I am pretty stubborn.
I think we're both the other stubborn. Ones? I think that just kind of comes with the territory. Arrogant, self-centered, lazy, and inflexible.
Yeah. No, inflexible. That's probably the same as stubborn. No.
I think self-centered and arrogant are the same, and stubborn and inflexible are the same.
Yeah. Wow. Really recapping them a few times, aren't we? Yeah. Sure. I do think that those are pretty accurate. I do think I am pretty stubborn, and I don't love the word lazy, but I do think I have a hard time. Like once I get motivated to do something, I will put my all into it. It's just taking that first step where I'm like, ugh.
I think that's more so your ADHD than it is laziness. Is your brain is just wired in a way.
That could be. Because I'm like, I don't want to, I can't, like, want to do something, but once I do, I'm ready to go. Ready to go, baby.
All right, you want to hear what you like and what you dislike?
Yeah, tell me what I like. I'm not sure.
You like theater, taking holidays, being admired, expensive things, bright colors, and fun with friends. All pretty accurate, I would say.
Bright colors, shiny objects.
You're kind of like a baby. Yeah, I like being admired. I like bright colors.
Literally, this sounds like a wish list for 4-year-olds. It's like attention,
Keys.
Bright colors, being around friends, happy environments. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty basic. I feel like that's sort of the issue that a lot of horoscopes and stuff like that faces. Like things like that are so general.
Yeah, and I think anyone can connect to any of these. Like, there are absolutely times where I'm arrogant, stubborn, self-centered, lazy, and inflexible.
Yeah,
you know,
like I'm sure if you could absolutely be reading like a description of cancer or whatever, and I could still just be nodding along like, yep, that's so me. Like,
hey, that's me.
That's me.
And then what you don't like, being ignored, facing difficult reality, not being treated like a king or a queen.
That's right. I feel like Leos are like
I like bright colors. I like shiny keys, and you're like, yeah, no, I don't like being ignored or treated less than ideal.
Yeah, not being number one all the time is my dislike. But also, yeah, I would say that's accurate. I love attention, and
why else would we be here?
Amen, amen, brother. All right, I'm learning a lot about myself.
That is what I have about you. I also, and I did read some good things about you also. Dramatic, creative, self-confident, warm-hearted, in love with life, and you love to laugh. You're a natural-born leader. Do you think any of those are true?
I do love to laugh. I'm a non-smoker, 50-something who loves to laugh, and was that born? I feel like I am a leader just because I do like the attention. So then I'm like. I think the stubbornness combined with the need for attention is like we're doing it my way, and everyone else's way is bad. And...
I think that's why we both enjoyed when we took a broadcast class when we got to be the director, because literally everything was up to us, and we got to be in control of every little detail, and no one could tell you no. Like, it was like, oh, can I do this? No, you got to do it my way. And that's the best thing.
Exactly. And I think that's, I'm looking at our compatibility here. Mm-hmm. Because you are Capricorn.
I'm a Capricorn, yeah.
That's some sort of a goat thing. Is that what
I think
that
it's a ram, maybe. I don't know. I don't pay too much attention. I don't pay too much attention to the news.
It's a sea goat, is what I'm seeing on this.
Really?
Because I'm seeing both the proud lion and the hardworking sea goat thrive on gaining entry into the upper stratospheres of society. They're constantly seeking ways to stake their claim in the world. We are 6 out of 10 according to this on the compatibility chart, but I think we're pretty compatible. Capricorns, very, very hardworking, driven, motivated, goal-oriented. I would say. Do you think that describes you? I think that.
I
describes
would say
you.
so. I think I'm a pretty hardworking guy.
I think you are too. Leo is known for their charm, social graces, and dramatic appearance. These 3 descriptors would rarely, if ever, be used for Capricorn.
I think that's so funny because I think that so perfectly describes how we were when we worked at QE. Is you just like floated around and did fun videos, and I was like responding to emails at 3 a.m.
Floated around, okay. Just pranced from room to room, flouncing around, doing these little videos.
I said, because you're light on your feet,
It's true. I'm
you're quick, you're here and you're there.
Fly like a butterfly, sing like a butterfly. Let's see. Yeah, we're pretty compatible. It looks like we're pretty compatible specifically for work-oriented things and like-minded projects and goals. We fill gaps in each other is the overall the overall, and people have said that, and that's the headline is here.
I do think that's true. I think our friendship is strongest when we're working on stuff together. Which luckily for us has been most of our friendship. We've always had some kind of through line project.
Yeah.
Because I remember it was probably 6 or 7 months between graduating and not living together and starting this, where we would go it was probably the longest period of time where we would go without talking to each other, where it would have been really easy for us to go a few weeks without even saying anything to each other.
Yeah.
And then as soon as we started this, it's not even just about the podcast that we talk. We just talk all the time,
See, I don't know if it's I have I no object permanence or what it is, but it's if someone is just out, it sounds terrible, but out of sight, out of mind, but I'll just forget to I don't know, it's just taking that first step and talking. That's always so hard to remember to do, and then also you don't want to be oh, I don't want to bother this person and stuff like that. That's what I always think about.
But I do think that as soon as we started working together, we started playing more games, we started texting more, so I do think the work helps.
Yeah. No, it's the headline over here is on our compatibility is what makes us clash is what makes us click. All right? So keep that in mind. I don't know, I feel like we don't clash as much as this is making it sound.
I also feel like we're more similar than that's making it sound. Me and you are very similar people.
Yeah. No, I think but again, that's where it's sort of, I don't know, compatibility always throws me off because I feel like it's so hard to generalize personalities in general, and then you're generalizing how those personalities interact, and so that's hard. I don't know too much about the old Capricorns pulled up right here.
That's all. I've heard that we're hardworking and we work hard.
Working hard, or working hard and hardly working.
That's often how I would describe myself.
Yeah, that's what we got going on in our little group. I focused more on the on another kind of I don't know what you would call this category.
Astrological zone, maybe.
Yeah, okay, sure. I like that. I focused on the Chinese zodiac because I find that to be kind of the most interesting, because generalizing an entire groups of people based on a month-ish period is already difficult. So now let's expand it to entire years. If you were born in this whole year. But I have some history for you.
Okay,
I was
I'd love to hear
excited
it.
that you would. I was excited you had never heard the origin
Mm-hmm.
of the Chinese zodiac, and I think it's a fun story. It's a long time ago. Jade Emperor invited all of the animals, presumably in the world, I guess, is what is what. But it's probably just all the ones he knew of. Um, to determine the order of the zodiac, and he's like, "Y'all are gonna race across a river to my palace." And he had gathered 12 animals. That's all they had in the world at the time. There was a 13th. We'll get to that later.
Now, okay, so here's my question: they only had 12 animals, but they had a whole palace at the time. I feel like you gotta have at least 100 animals before you get to a palace.
Well, they didn't need the animals to build the palace. I don't
No, but like it's
understand.
like food. It's like food, you know. Like what are they just eating beans, legumes?
No, 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 no. 12 animal species that they were
Oh,
aware of.
okay,
There were
okay.
more animals, presumably.
Okay.
Um, but the race starts, all right? And the rat, here's what the rat does, this guy. The rat tricks the ox into giving him a ride across the river,
Classic.
jumps off his back at the last second. Rat gets first place. That's why rat is at the start of the zodiac, followed by the presumably disgruntled ox. Then came the tiger, rabbit, dragon. Now I know what you're thinking. Okay, a dragon can fly. So why did he
That's what I
take
was
so
thinking.
long to cross the river and get what? Second, third, fourth, fifth place? He stopped to help the villagers because that's just what a dragon does. Okay?
Really? I think there's a lot of prejudice against dragons, all right? Because we always hear they're sitting in caves with big pots of gold, but dragons are good. Dragons are good
Exactly. Exactly. They took fifth place. No one cares about fifth place. It's top three or nothing.
peoples.
Okay? And he could have flown to the front and done, and cut off the rat. He could have eat the rat. He could eat all of these things probably, but he didn't. He stopped and he helped people, and that's what he's all about. And then came the snake, who got into sixth place by frightening the horse, who then came in seventh. And then comes us, Mark, the sheep or the ram. It's used pretty interchangeably.
Ram is a lot better than sheep.
I usually like to say ram because I think sheep sounds kind of, well, sheepish. And ram is, it's strong.
Mm-hmm. It's got
It's
horns.
strong. It's got horns,
Give me
exactly.
your
So
best
I would
ram
like to say,
impression.
rap.
That's good.
That's more of a goat. That was more of a goat, maybe.
Yeah, but I'll allow it.
Okay, I hope that I have no idea if that is gonna be usable or if it just sounded awful like screaming. But then comes our group, and I think you're gonna like this. The sheep, the monkey, and the rooster. We're like, listen, I don't like our chances. I don't like our chances. Period of doing this. So what if we team up? We build a raft, and then we make it across together. So we did, and that's how sheep got 8th. Monkey is 9th, and Rooster is 10th. And last place, sorry, not last, second to last, penultimate place goes to the dog, who was having too much fun playing around on the river, got distracted,
Classic dog.
didn't make any time. Classic. And then last was Pig, who stopped to nap and eat and finished last. But they seem fine with it. I don't think that they're too...
Can pigs swim? Do we know this?
I'm not sure how many of the 12 here can swim.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. I didn't know that moose could swim until I saw one do it. So I think
Let me tell you this: moose are scary. Stay away.
moose are very scary. Thankfully, not on the list. We're not invited to the race. And if you'll remember, I mentioned a 13th
Oh yes, you did.
animal. Some versions of the story, and I like the idea that this story exists, so I pretend that this is what happened. Some versions of the story have the cat and the rat as friends who agreed to do the race together. But the rat, in classic rat fashion, with this whole race, left early without the cat. So then the cat shows up late, didn't even get to participate in the race, and therefore did not get a spot in the zodiac. So that's why we have 12, and it repeats every 12 years. So I guess ultimately it really doesn't matter where they landed in terms of placement. But that's why the cat and the rat are enemies to this day. Fun fact.
That really hurts my heart. That the rat would
It's
do
very-
that to the cat.
It is very sad to see, and it's also very sad to think about what other animals might not have gotten their invites. We could have had Year of the Platypus.
Well,
we
I
could
can't
have
imagine.
had-
I mean, how was the mail system at the time? I mean, the USPS certainly didn't exist.
No, and I doubt that the USPS would operate in China
Yeah.
as well. So there's a few obstacles for sure to get there, and yeah, no evites, no text,
No
no
Google Calendar.
and I assume between all of these different species of animals, there was probably a language barrier as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, cat don't
You got
speak snake.
reptiles, you got reptiles, you got right. That's some good. Add that to the corporates. Like, hey, cat can't speak snake.
Cat don't speak snake.
Cat don't speak snake. I like that. So yeah, as I said, 2003. We're sheep, ram. Sorry, we're
Yeah, ram.
rams. And each cycle has an element to it. So we're a water ram. A water ram.
Tell me what that means.
Some things about that. I'll tell you right now. Some things about the coming up soon now. In fact, some things about the water ram. Mild mannered. Don't like to show off. I feel like that one's debatable. I feel we are mild mannered.
I think we can be mild mannered. I don't
That's
think
true.
we oft are.
That's true.
I like the word oft.
Oft. Responsible, cherished friends, considerate, and deeply loved by others. I would say that we are very deeply loved by most people.
Mm-hmm. Most people that
Most
know
people. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I haven't heard otherwise, and I don't want to be clear. So,
I do think we
weak and
cherish our friends. I think that is
Yeah.
something that we do. You know, like
I
especially as of late. You know.
Yeah, I do think cherish friends. I feel like we're pretty responsible. I do take my responsibilities and my commitments pretty seriously.
Yeah.
Let's see. Some not so great things about the water ram. Weak and timid is what this is the wording that this is said. Love to show talent. We let opportunities slip away. Was a big one. Is we're afraid to stand up for ourselves. We let opportunities pass us by. So I mean that's that's just we gotta keep that in mind. We gotta go for that podcasting Golden Globe. All right, we can't let that opportunity.
Yeah, they did just announce the Golden Globes, and I would officially like to nominate us.
Can you nominate yourself?
I don't know who nominates who, but I think it's like
I don't know
people.
how-
I think for the Globes, people, like the general populace nominate, and then their board of directors or whoever
Yeah.
says
We're,
yes,
well,
no, yes.
we would like to enter for your consideration. We would like to be considered.
For your what episode would we submit?
Oh, the snack
This
one.
one. And we'll send them the full director's cut, without anything
the
cut
extended cut, the Warren cut of the snack bit. I got some specific information it had for or specific advice to keep in mind for water sheep in marriage, as you recently don't know if you know got married. It's very important after you get married to learn to manage your marriage to keep it successful. All right, so you're gonna want to build up that communication. And keep those lines flowing. All right, you're gonna want to work on yourself quite a bit. It says.
I've often said, in football, there's a thing called a game manager quarterback, where they're not the best, but they get the job done, and that's how I'd like to think of myself as a husband. Not the best.
All reliable over here. Listen, you're like if a husband was a minivan. All right, it's not the flashiest. It's not got all the bells and whistles, but it's safe and it'll get you there. You're like a Volvo.
The Volvo of husbands.
The Volvo of husbandry. Oh my god. I have to say one more quote that I thought you would appreciate regarding the health of the water ram. This is how the health section started. Word for word. Their health luck is not so good. And that's due because water rams apparently are pretty big overthinkers, and we can get anxious, and heavy work pressure can cause mental stress. And our fortunes for 2025, I don't remember what this is the year of. Is it Year of the Horse, maybe? I'll look it up. Our fortunes are, quote, so-so for this year. We are so-so. So,
All right.
But luckily, year's almost over, so we'll be restarting.
We'll see what 2026 is. But now it is time we say farewell to you. But first, we have some media recommendations. Tracy, what have you been watching, listening to, playing lately?
Oh, I have been loving. I've been listening to a lot. I've been spoiled for music this month, Mark. A lot of people are releasing, and I love Doja Cat's new album, Vi. It is not performing very well commercially, but I don't care. I don't care, and I'm tired of people focusing on that so much because I think it is just plain fun. I saved every single song. I thought it's something very unique, not just for her, but for pop in general right now, and I'm really enjoying it.
All right. I did not even know Doja Cat had a new album out, so.
Well, now you do. Get out there and support it. Support it.
Tracy, I've been playing this game. I've been doing a lot of game ones recently. I've been getting back into video gaming. Yes. And I'm playing this game, Shadows of Doubt, and it is a procedurally generated detective game where every building you can go into, you can talk to any stranger, and it's like basically a full detective game where you find a dead body, you hear stuff on the street, and you got to connect everything and go interview people and sneak into places and hide in the vents. It is really cool.
That sounds really, really cool. I want to check it out. I saw you playing that before we got in here.
Yes, I got it today because it's on sale as we're recording, and I was like...
You ever heard of Disco Elysium?
I've heard about it. I don't know much about it.
It's very similar. I'm just getting into it, but it's very similar in that it's like a detective thing, and it's a lot of like talking and stuff like that, and like interacting with objects and piecing together stuff. But I think you would really enjoy it. It's very like the dialogue is very interesting, and like the...
I think so. I'm a big detective game guy, and there aren't a lot of detective games out there. I remember me and you playing L.A. Noire back our freshman year of college.
We did. I forgot. That was so much fun. We never got to finish it, but that game was a lot of fun.
We were really good at starting to play video games together and then not finishing them.
It's true. Listen, we wanted to go to Baskin Robbins to try all 31 flavors, but we weren't willing to commit to a whole bowl. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to try a lot.
Yeah, I'm a big detective game guy, and I was watching a video talking about how there aren't any good detective games out, and someone was like, hey, look at this game, and I started looking into it. I was like, this is like the perfect game for me. And
that does sound really fun. That sounds really, really cool. And I think you should check out Disco Elysium because that's also a detective one.
By the way, in our scorecard, I know someone did play Skate after my recommendation last episode, so that is another point for Mark.
So you're at 2. I think Kayla started watching The Rehearsal.
Okay.
A while ago, and she liked that one. That's the only one that I think I've heard.
2-1. I'm getting that pizza party at the end of the year, buddy.
Yeah, what's our is it first to 5 gets the pizza party?
Mm-hmm. But they have to buy their own pizza.
Oh yeah.
And the whole whole hour is just silently eating.
Yeah, they silently the winner silently eats pizza while the other person has to carry an entire podcast by themselves.
But the winner does have to eat the whole pizza in one sitting.
But you do have to eat I don't know what's a standard inch.
I mean, like, I think...
we're not talking personal, not personal.
No, we're not talking... I'm talking at 12 to 18 inches.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be Costco, but it does need to be, like, a solid
There's
size.
got to be, like, a full box, like a two-hander box.
Yeah, exactly. I like this. All right. Well, you heard it here first, folks. We're only a few recommendations away from a stomach ache for one of us. And...
All right, well, buddy, we're going to get out of here, but we're going to play a little bit of Same Brain first. We didn't get it last time, but maybe the fortunes will be on our side.
I'm getting a premonition that we might get it.
I'm thinking not so fortunate for us. What
right.
What was our health? What was our health? It was...
Their host book is not so good. I just love the not so good part specifically. I was like, was this written for Mark and I, or like
not so good,
not so good, and then our fortunes being so. Like, did Larry David write us these?
All right, I have a word. If you do,
I have a word.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Triangle.
Sandwich. Triangle sandwich.
I got something.
I have something.
I don't know if you're gonna be where. I don't know if we're in the same place, but I have something.
Yeah, I don't know. We're starting a few too many houses down from each other.
1, 2, 3. Tea.
Quesadilla. Key and quesadilla.
No, tea,
okay.
tea. Like
Tea
those
and
like little tea
quesadilla.
sandwiches that are triangles.
See, okay, I did also think of that, but I was like, I don't know what finger sandwiches, cucumber and cream cheese. I don't know what to say for that. Tea and quesadilla.
Okay.
What?
I've got something kind of.
How do you have something? Tea and quesadilla. Oh, I mean, okay, I have
3,
something.
2,
1.
Horchata.
Crumpet. Oh, okay.
See, I went into the.
Yeah,
and
I see
went
what you
into
did.
here.
Yeah. Okay. Horchata.
Horchata tea. Horchata crumpet. Okay. Okay.
Oh, that's great for you. I don't know what you. I don't.
Do you know what horchata is?
Yeah, isn't it like that rice?
Okay,
Based,
it's
like-
okay. Then it's not what I thought it was. Okay.
Well,
I mean,
could be
it
wrong.
is what I think it is, but it does not have the same ingredients. Okay.
This is a bad one, Mark. We
This
didn't line up any of them. Okay, here's what we're gonna reset. We're gonna reset. We're gonna reset the counter really quick, and we're gonna do rapid fire, and we're gonna go for it. Ready?
We're gonna go. Okay, are we basing it on our last guesses?
Nope, total reset because
total
we
reset.
can't draw anything between those two. I don't think I can't.
Okay.
I don't. Okay, total reset. Rapid fire. Ready?
3, 2,
3,
1.
2, 1.
Tree.
Hat. Tree. Okay.
3, 2,
3, 2, 1.
Forest.
Leaf. Ooh, okay, leaf. Forest.
3, 2,
2, 1.
Fire.
Wood. Oh, wood. Fire. Oh.
Okay. 3, 2.
Wait. Okay. No. I don't want to mess this up. I know I said rapid fire. I know I said it, but I really want to get this right. I can tell we're really close. What did you say?
I said fire. You said tree.
Fire, and I said wood.
Wood. Okay, I've got it.
Okay, 3,
3,
2, 1. Camp.
Bonfire.
Oh.
I almost
Okay.
went
See,
camp.
yeah, we were flirting around it. I think that was our last.
We're circling the drain.
I think that was our last one. Man, we remember when our first few episodes, we were nailing them every single time.
We've just gotten so busy, me and you, in our own personal lives. We haven't been as connected.
I think
we have to do a business retreat. We have to do a power hour business retreat.
Let's go to Hungary.
Let's do Belarus.
Let's go to Belarus and hunt something.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.
Toodles.